Hello everybody and welcome back to the RemedyCraft server. In between episodes I did a little bit of extra work. As you can see, I've filled in the rest of this, but I also did a little bit more. Probably too much if you ask me. Now obviously I've got my storage system, my chest monsters growing a little bit more. I've also got a bamboo farm over there. And then all the rest of the work that you can see is going on underneath. And there's quite a lot to take in here because I have been very busy, but unfortunately not in a position to do the voiceovers at the same time. Mainly down to the fact that work's just been crazy at the moment, so I've been spending a lot of time doing that. But during my downtime, either at home or here at work, I've been managing to get a few bits done here and there. I've just been chipping away at it slowly but surely. So let's go over the builds in the order in which I built them. First off, we have this melon and pumpkin farm. It's basically the exact same design as the one that you saw down at my starter base. It's just obviously, because it's modular, I've extended it quite a bit more. Of course, the observers see the update in front of it, and then activate the pistons and push it out into this water stream, just like this. And there it goes. It's actually been very, very efficient, and in no time at all, it's got me a lot of melon slices, a lot of pumpkins, and I've been using them to trade with my farmers in order to get quite a few emeralds. I basically filled up an entire shulker box in no time. So I have this villager breeder over here, and obviously been using that to put the villagers into their new homes, of course, for my villager trading hall. Now, the idea that I've got for this area, because these are half slabs, all this entire area here is unspawnable, so any bits here, which is full blocks, mobs can spawn, so I've got these torches up and hopefully that'll stop any mobs from spawning. The plan is to have some really nice ambient, moody lighting coming down from the top here. I may have to do something, in fact I'll probably have to do something with the stone and everything the way it looks up there. I probably should have used this deep slate brick to do that layer instead of just stone and everything like that. I didn't quite think that far ahead, unfortunately, so that's definitely something I need to think about for next time. But as you can see, I've been filling in these slots here with the villagers, and I wanted to try that whole sort of zombification and curing them. I've never done that before, so I was really curious to see how it actually went about. And it was a success. As you can see here, I've got these pumpkins that I'm selling 1 for 1 emerald. Same with the melons, and then I can buy the golden carrots, which I have plenty of now, but 1 emerald for 3 golden carrots. Now I'm planning on extending these farmers over for these next 6 along here. I'm going to have armorers for this 5 here. And then for these ones, it's going to be 2 of each: cartographer, toolsmith, weaponsmith, mason, cleric, and fletcher. Now, the reason why I've got so many armorers is because they trade iron. Now, of course, I know that the weaponsmith and the toolsmith, they trade iron as well, but they haven't got any other trades really that I'd be interested in. So at least the armorers also trade buckets of lava, so I'll be looking to do that as well. That being said, I also then needed to have an iron farm. It's an incredibly simple design, and in fact, pretty much block for block is the same one that Wattles did. It produces just the right amount that I need. It's not too much, not too little, and I really think he knocked it out of the park with this one. So, of course, we've got the zombie in the center, and we've got the 3 villagers. They're getting scared, and then summoning the iron golem up on top there, which is the water stream, is pushing it along all the way across here, and down into the kill chamber. And the main thing that I've done differently here is the kill chamber. So I'll just show you how I've done that. As you can see, the iron golem is falling into the lava there. You've got a row of signs in between to stop, obviously, the lava from hitting the water. And then we've got this water stream that's then pushing the items from this section here, down this water stream into the bubble elevator, across another water stream, and then down into this chest here. Like I say, this is pretty damn efficient. Now, I know that this isn't exactly the best looking of things. I've never really done water streams and stuff like this kind of thing before, so I wanted to have it on show a little bit, but it also mostly is going to be covered up as well when I've got other farms along here, and also all this hilly mountain terraforming that's going to be all along the side here, kind of covering it up. And then last but not least, I wanted to have a big grand staircase leading up to the main building, so I've kind of built this monstrosity. It's nothing particularly fancy, but I was researching Greek architecture, and this was a theme that kind of popped up quite a lot, where you've got the raised up bits at the side, and then you've got a bit more of like a wall type banister. It's difficult obviously to do that in Minecraft, but the main thing was these pillars at the start of the stairs. Having a look at a couple of different designs and mocking a few up, this one I think works really, really well. On top, as you can see, it's got the walls as well, just to kind of cap it off and add a bit more interest. So the idea is that as you go up these steps, you'll come into the main building, and then to the left, we're going to have something, I'm not quite sure what yet. Same on the right-hand side, but then as you come into the center, it comes down into the villager trading. So I guess it's time for the big reveal. If you haven't guessed by now, this is going to be a much more darker and moody type build. It's actually going to be Olympus as if it was run by Hades. I thought this was a really cool concept because I've seen a lot of people do floating islands. I've even seen people do Olympus style builds, but they've obviously used quartz because it's a much lighter build. And with it being the Greek gods, it was architecturally correct for the time. But I wanted to put my own spin on this. And with the recent-ish addition of Deep Slate, I thought now would be a great time to use it. If anybody has any experience with Greek architecture or Greek mythology, please leave some suggestions in the comment sections below. But what's going to be happening in this episode? Well, first off, I need to get some mining done because I need to get some more materials. We're going to be building a kelp farm. I'm going to make some more progress on my villager trading hall. And then lastly, we're going to be doing some terraforming. So lots to do. So let's jump into the very first time lapse. So I'm just going to cut this time lapse just a little short, just so I can show you guys that I've got quite a lot of librarians in here now, and unfortunately I've kind of run out in my breeder. So at the moment, there's 3 left in there, and I'd rather leave them to then breed more, so I can't do these 3 here. Kind of have to do this in dribs and drabs just so I don't run out of villagers and then have to go and source them from somewhere else, and it just causes a massive headache. So I'm going to let those guys get their numbers back up, and then we can finish off getting the rest of these guys in here and then also along here as well. But of course, while we're waiting for these guys to get their numbers back up, we're going to make a start on the kelp farm. I've managed to loosely mark out about 32 blocks where this farm is going to be going. Now 32 blocks does seem a little wide, but because I haven't got massive amounts of room going upwards, I thought I'd make it wider and a little bit shorter. Now as you're showing a time lapse over there, you'll notice that the farms are actually coming right up against the villager trading. Now, fortunately, these 2 blocks here, all along, all the way across here, aren't actually going to be there. The purpose of this walkway/chamber is for the zombie to come along and zombify the villagers, and then I can cure them and get cheaper trades. But with that being said, let's jump into another time lapse and we'll get this farm built. Let's go. Okay, so that's the kelp farm pretty much done. There's a few things I just need to kind of tidy up. You'll notice that the dispensers at the bottom here, they're full of bone meal, and then they'll make the kelp grow faster. The observers will see the update, and then they'll fire the pistons, which breaks them off, sends them off into the top here, which is pushing them into the water stream at the bottom here, which funnels them into the hopper and the chest. Now, I probably should point out that this is actually my design. I've done this from scratch. That being said, I am damn sure that someone else has beat me to this. I'm not claiming that this is a brand new, unique design or anything like that. It's just one that I came up with my very limited knowledge of redstone. I've just kind of put it together in a redstone testing world, and it seemed to work, so I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Again, I'm sure that there's a design out there that someone else has done that's very similar to this. In fact, I'm sure that there's ones out there that are far more efficient than this. But that being said, it works so far, so I'm really happy with it. Now, as I said before, I've got these dispensers with bone meal in them, and I've got it attached to this redstone clock. So once I get this firing, it should be firing the bone meal out onto the kelp, and the whole process starts again. So we'll see how that goes. Right, there's a bit of the redstone here that's missing. Okay, I see what I've done wrong here. See, I purposely built this 15 blocks long so that the redstone signal would get to here. This repeater would then extend it onto the next 15, but silly me, I've not accounted for the fact that I needed a repeater here to extend it then the 15 blocks, so let's get that fixed. Okay, so we'll put this repeater here on 0 ticks, or 1 tick, depending on how you think about it. And then let's try this again. We'll put another piece of redstone dust down. Wow, that's a fair amount of lag that's introduced now, so I definitely won't be having this on too much. But from here, everything looks like it's doing its job. But as you can see, there's been lots and lots of kelp here. There's some down there that haven't floated up to the top, so that's going to be an issue I need to look into. I'm not really too sure how to fix that. But as you can see, like I say, there's loads and loads down here that are just struggling to get through this hopper. So we may have to do something about that. I'm really not too sure what, though. Maybe another hopper. But if you guys have any suggestions on how to make this more efficient or to stop, loss of drops and things like that, please do let me know in the comment sections below. So as you can see, just from that short time of having the redstone clock going, and we had 3 full stacks of bone meal in each of the dispensers, so there's not a lot left in them, but just from that short time, we've filled up a double chest, overfilled in fact, a double chest full of kelp. So this is super efficient in my eyes, and it's probably going to produce way more than I'll ever need for this season. So all in all, this area is really starting to take shape. I'm really proud of the farms that we've made so far, and the fact we've managed to get a villager trading hall almost complete. So even the iron golem approves. But unfortunately, we've run out of time for this episode. I know it's a bit of a short one. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at building a shop in the shopping district, and there's a really cool project that I'm going to be building with King, so stick around for that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.